So I have this like usual presentation for first timers in NFTs, like a 101 primer that I've been going into different communities to give. It's been a really great marketing tool for Metaverse HQ, sort of, showcase some alpha, share some tools that are easily accessible. I imagine everyone here already knows everything about them. These are tools that we use today. I've been really using Magically, which is the rebrand of Alpha Sharks. So, and I've just been, I just integrated Waifu, paid 0.075 for that monthly subscription. Really big shout out to Steinfeld for helping us close that. Obviously, Catchment, we're all big fans of that. So I think, if anyone had a question specifically, I'll probably run through that presentation for 10 minutes, but I know everyone here is really, top of class, sharp. This should just be like a nice little refresher. And then we can move on to some fun things. I know Canto has been top of mind for everyone. I've been in Canto for less than 24 hours. And so, I want to walk through what that experience has been like and use this time to just, get on sync with everyone. Maybe there's some tools that I'm not familiar with yet on Canto. This could just be a nice little dive into just the world of NFT trading in Canto as I know it as well. So we'll start on ETH and then we'll move on to Canto related things. I hope everyone's cool with that. Daddy Genzo, what's up? Are you working right now? Do you want to?
What up, dude?
What's up, baby?
Yeah, I'm working, but I don't mind. We could bounce some things off each other if we get to the Canto section. I'm always willing to help. I think, go through your thing, and if anything, I'll jump in and just taper expectations a little bit on the other end, just to give my thoughts and ideas on how I see
Beautiful.
things. But yeah, go ahead. We'll talk.
Beautiful. I see Scott Co here too, so I think we could just start firing away as well if there's anything on the Canto side, bro. Are you Scott, are you also free to just shoot the shit for a little bit here?
Hey, yeah, sure thing, Mitch.
All right. Maybe this could be a thing of, old Mitch gets antiquated with with Canto tools as well. I'll give it another minute and I'll go ahead and share my screen. Just getting everything set up.
Yeah, I need to learn from you how you managed to jump on the chain at exactly the right time. And the first thing that you meant is the next blue chip of Canto after nothing's been going on for months over there.
Well, it doesn't look like it. I mean, the second I jumped on it, shit was already popping. So it really has the feel that, it's been a cook the whole time. I just, again, for context, I just joined last night on Canto. Right now, I think, it feels a lot like early day NFTs, like early day NFTing, where you sort of have to mint from contract, websites suck, the RPC sucks, there's only one marketplace, that sucks. A lot of shit is broken. But for some reason, there's this like, I don't know, again, there's this like really unique feel to it that I don't want to negate, and that's less numbers, more vibe. So
yeah, since you started with that, it's actually what I was going to wait for, so I could throw some counterpoints. So I'll just do a little bit of that right now. When you see this many red flags, not flags in the way of it's a bad chain, but red flags in the way of, there's a lot of little things going wrong. Don't jump in with both feet. Limit yourself a little bit in your entries. Keep an eye on it. Make sure you do that, because we're already running like crazy. People who bought in August are now in profit. So, I mean, yes, you can jump in, but I would be careful with how much you actually decide to start, because we're already well off from the lows. And there's a lot of projects coming out, a lot of them which are probably going to start being profitable soon. I'm not saying don't get in. I think there's still a lot of opportunity. I'm just saying don't think that this is the next ETH and the next ETH killer, and that you're just going to go in with your full portfolio. That's not what you should be doing. I think you should dip your toe, see how it goes, and maybe average your way in if you feel that's the case. If not, at least, well, guess what? If it went to zero, at least you didn't go crazy and you didn't like blow your bank up for one play that might have ended up being a degen play anyway. We've seen a lot of other We've seen a lot of other chains that felt like this. The Dogecoin stuff, when that came out, everybody thought it would run because of Doge. You had the magic that was feeling good for a while there, but then all of a sudden one thing went wrong and killed the chain. So you need to be very careful when you jump into new chains. It could very well go to zero. I agree. I think Canto does feel different. I'm glad I got in so early and that I was stuck holding a bag for so long because I'm happy I had that bag. But again, it could be very profitable. Just do it very carefully here at the beginning.
Yeah, great call out, Dages. And I think, just in general, right? Like the idea here is that we are spending money that isn't skin off our backs. We give ourselves the term degens, but that there's a limit to that. And I think especially with Canto or even on ETH, right? Like just have whatever, have enough in the game where you feel comfortable, where if you were to lose all that and go to zero, then, you could still sleep easy at night. You could still support your family, support yourself, and really just continue to live and do what you want to do. Personally, for me, just some context for those of you that are not familiar, I made, my conviction in NFTs started really early during the Zed Run days. And I actually found my way through Top Shot, through Zed Run, on the way to the Ethereum NFT space. And I started with around, I want to say like 5 ETH, maybe like 5 to 8 ETH. And my plays are usually ones backed in conviction. I don't know if anyone caught Bando's time-sensitive info, but the idea is that, or sorry, not time-sensitive info, his office hours, his sit down with Aslo, where he talked about conviction plays too. And, some of the conviction plays that I had pretty early, Superlative Secret Society netted me around 80 ETH in profit, made a really big investment there. Guild of Guardians, Wave 1, Wave 2, made around 15 ETH there. Mutant Cats, 40 ETH in profit at least. Wolf Game, pretty good on that front too. And Proof passes, I paper handed those at 2 ETH. For those of you that aren't familiar with that, I had 6 of them, and I papered them at 2. But again, giving you a sense of my conviction in the space, I think that NFTs are toys. I think simply put, Web3 is the, I think Web3, overarching Web3, is where the real upside is. It's the encompassing like blockchain-based web. So that might mean an integration of NFTs. That might mean an integration of crypto, DeFi, right? An entire ecosystem. And I think we saw that play out really, especially for like NFT native for the first time with projects like Crypto Raiders, which is super OG. That was on the Polygon chain, absolute cook. One of the first in Metaverse HQ that was called out. We saw that with Wolf Game, and we continue to see that through and through. And right now, again, I think NFTs are toys because the next big thing looks like a toy, and that next big thing is Web3, right? Where now that we've played with our toys, our incredibly overpriced toys, we have a sense of what are the best products, what are the best tools, how does it feel to be boots on the ground as a consumer of product, as an investor in this technology, into games, into NFT collections, into over-encompassing Web3 ecosystems. What does that really mean? And we at Metaverse HQ, especially the OGs, are some of the best to do it. And a lot of us have gone on to create incredible companies. So I think we could start right here. Let's just do like a quick brusher up on Ethereum tools. This is how I like to use some of these more accessible tools in the space. And this is also going to be a precursor to Canto because right now on Ethereum, you have all these incredible like tool sets that are VC backed, right? You have Alpha Sharks. These are all companies that we have partnered with, right? Like Alpha Sharks, we partnered with them, got a boatload of whitelist spots. That was an absolute cook back in April. Catchment, Metaverse HQ first users onboarded, worked directly with Raul. Raul has been an absolute chef. For those of you that don't know, he won Metaverse HQ MVP. I believe the month of May, the first month we ever did the MVHQ magazine. So I don't know if he still has his that PFP, but again, there's this incredibly diverse suite of tools to use on the Ethereum, I guess like NFT ecosystem. And back then, it was really just like being in Gen Chat, being in voice chat, in Metaverse HQ for me at least, and like finding links to projects that haven't minted in like weeks, months, and saying, hey, is this like a cool project? Do we like the utility? Do we like the art? And if it's dope, then we just mint it. And there wasn't like all of this botting. There wasn't, short of POC, which by the way, POC was actually making profitable open editions at the time. Short of that, right now the space is just, I feel like it's so, there's so much happening, so much going on. Everyone has access to the best tools. It's pay to play at this point. And, it's exciting to find a new chain where you have no tools. You are sort of left to your own devices, and you can really lean on the strength of a community to do that. So first and foremost, I'm going to give this little 10-minute on ETH tools that I like. We've got WaifuBot coming in later tonight, so I won't cover what they're going to cover, but I have been playing around with WaifuBot. I agree with Scott Coe. For those of you that haven't seen the focus discussions on botting, I think WaifuBot is probably best bang for your buck. NFT Sensei is also pretty cheap, but WaifuBot's just cheaper, and I quite like it. So let's start with Catchment. To give you an appreciation of minting NFTs, I'd say we could start with the contract, right? So minting an NFT off contract, a lot of you guys know this already, but please forgive me if please forgive me if you do. If you don't, what I like to start off with is just showcasing, especially to some of these communities that I've been pitching to that like really have no idea, what NFTs are even about, where to find them, and how to catch these mints early. I think, I gotta switch network. I think showing the mint from contract is really awesome. And in fact, I just minted from contract today on Canto. That was my first time ever minting contract off of a new chain, so that was nice. I don't know what Surreal Slimes is. I'm not seeing any notable flags, but I'll just walk through Catchment very quickly. What I really love here is I keep mint overview 5 minutes to the left. I'm able to just bop through, go from collection to collection, and really just check out and see the data here extrapolated, really clean interface Raul has built to give you all the information you need to make a conviction play. So usually that's total minted, supply. You even have mints per transaction. This is all information that we would ask for and request, obviously even cost as well. And he's added some cool features here where you have a discussions thread. I know this has been new. You have this flag count, so you can actually flag projects that can be, that could be misleading, but usually it's very helpful. Other users on Catchment, and you can either choose to hide this project. We could see that to have. On the right, we just see this live mints view. I haven't seen this anywhere in a way that's like really meaningful, because what I love about Catchment, and let's just compare it with Magically, aka Alpha Sharks, is that when you have live mints here, you also see top mints right over the last X amount. But that's what this little like center console is fucking everything, right? It's like, it's not just live mints like you have on the right. It's not just the top mints like you have on the left here at Alpha Sharks, but you're actually able to mint directly from this page. I think that's incredibly cracked. And that's just something that's just an offering that I haven't seen really anywhere else. There's a public sale for Surreal Slimes, apparently 72 available out of 300. They're free. Usually I don't mint from contract. Bueno's been, again, there's just so much minting platforms, minting sites, incubators, launchpads on ETH that are now like pretty reputable, and offer a lot more robust features on top. Before, you literally just had to mint from contract, That was probably your best bet, your best way in. And the way you admit from contract is you would find the function, you would enter the quantity, you would hit right, and away you would go. Something like that. Oh, Surreal Slimes minted out in real time. Okay, so this was a little bit of a lag on this UI. So Ra, I know you're in here. Now that I refreshed it, it's 555, so I missed it. You degens probably hit on it. You're welcome. I'll take my 10%. But at any rate, yes, Catchment, incredible, love it. Features that I'd love to see on Catchment are more notifications. If I could turn on notifications and be pinged through my web browser, that would be awesome. I know we have an integration with them too. What the hell is this? Package by 1984. Here's what's really cool. If I'm engaged, I could see everything that's happening. I'm jumping in, I'm jumping out, and I'm doing some like flip in, flip out shit. But I mean, I think again, everyone sees everything now on the Ethereum ecosystem. I want to jump over to Magically very quickly. They have an airdrop coming as well. So if you guys, I know we were pinging it a bunch. If you guys did go and claim that, then I believe the window's over. So we'll see how that looks. Everyone's doing the fucking airdrop with a Loot Crate thing now. Even like Alien Swap, which is owned by OKX, it's a platform that is also incorporated the Loot Crate airdrop, similar to Blur. I like Magically a lot. I think it's really quick. Sometimes it's buggy, but it's actually much better than, in my opinion, obviously Moby. Moby is down to one of the co-founders left, and yeah, that's been a big miss, but Magically has been a really great partner to work with thus far. I believe everyone that signed up for Magically, our partnership with them, got an airdrop. So check your wallet to make sure that you got what's called a partner crate. Again, I don't know what this is going to equate to, but we love Simi Season here at Metaverse HQ. 999, one of our OG members, was the first to really kick that off, short of ENS airdrop that happened, I believe, a month or two prior. But I like this a lot because here's where I think my product sense kicks in. I fucking love looking at products and breaking them down. Magically, for instance, showcases some really interesting stuff that Blur doesn't. And, obviously, for one, if you are trading, you want, especially day trading, like minute-to-minute trading, you want to see the fastest overview for secondary. You want to know how much percent is listed. You want unique holders, obviously. And this graph is really nice. I think number of sales is awesome, right? They really nailed that. Moby and IC pretty much do the same thing. And by the way, this is free. So definitely, if you haven't checked out magically.gg yet, it's free. Check it out. It's really awesome. But here's where I think, they sort of drop the ball on each other, right? So Blur doesn't really give you any secondary action. Right now, it's like, this is like static, right? This is macro view. There's no like dive in real time, be engaged, stay engaged with the platform like Magically provides, like Catchment provides, right? And so we're missing a lot of the data here. If I see something here and I want to look in further, which by the way, like there's a lot of interesting stuff that Magically shows. There's a lot of stuff that also we don't care for, right? Like there's a reason holders distribution here is all the way at the bottom. This is sort of unreadable, right? This is hard to read, doesn't tell me accumulation of the sell wall. So a lot of this is for show, I will admit. Maybe that's just me being critical, but like the sales chart kind of looks wonky. Okay, there's some lines happening there. But what I like to look at is sales per 10 minutes. I think this is a really important indicator, right? We're seeing an increase in sales per 10 minutes. And what I like to do is just simply opening up the sell wall, and I'll go, hey, is this a good buy? There's been 57 sales in the last 10 minutes. If we can assume that this rate will continue, maybe in 30 minutes there will be 150 sales, then how many listings are there at up to 150? What's the floor price? This doesn't really, Magically doesn't do it very cleanly. I think Blur does it really well. Let me just check. Checks. Okay, Blur's depth chart, right? So we're looking at checks right now. If 150 sales more were to go through in 30 minutes, this would actually hit a 1 ETH floor. So I might say this is a good buy. So actually, I think it's good. I don't have exposure to checks yet. So why not? The momentum is coming. It's creeping up. And that's a play I'll make, right? Why did I make that play? Well, I made that play because, again, I saw momentum coming up. And I figured, okay, if momentum continues to rise, then my exit around 1 ETH, might be there. Plus, again, there's just like a lot of the listings, right? The number of listings. If this momentum were to continue and no listings were to continue, then we should expect to see a 1 ETH floor price within an hour. That's my DD. That's the way I just do. I like simple math. I'm an easy guy, I like simple ingredients for the best cook possible, right? So that's how I use Magically. This is how I look at secondary market. And as far as mints go, I keep my eyes on cash mint. It's nice to have that bot that we have. Big shout out again to Kenny, Relic, and Snipes for putting that together, where we're able to see pendings. But yeah, cash mint, Alpha Sharks, these two pages I keep up when I'm keeping eyes on the ETH market. Not financial advice, nothing I'm showcasing today. Like, I don't buy shit just to hold, unless, you're named Azuki. I buy things and I usually have an intention of selling. And that's just my, that's where I like to delve. That's where I like to play. Some other notable apps on ETH that I like to call out. I don't know if anyone's using Xerion yet. Big shout out to Jacob Meyer for putting me onto this. Xerion wallet app on mobile is really cracked. You can follow literally any wallet, period. You can see every transaction made with that wallet. Like, if I were to go to jacobmeyer.eth, let's just see what's happening with his. Like, you could just jump in. You got a really cool aggregated view. All of this is free, by the way. Their mobile app is really insane. It comes with some widgets, so I always know. I really love the widgets. I wish I could showcase that. And there's just a lot of value here for a wallet tracker and sort of portfolio manager that I think a lot of people are missing out on. And I'm really thankful for Jacob Meyer for putting me on. So yeah, let's see what Jacob, see what NFTs he's been buying as late. The history. Okay, USDC, he's sending it. Okay, I think this is him moving to Canto. I imagine he's moving USDC, bridging it over, and he's approved. So this could be a great time now to lead into where I think, where my attention will be, at least for the next 24 hours, hopefully for the next 2 weeks, 2 months. We'll see. So before I move into that side of things, I just want to showcase you guys. We've always been educator focused, founder focused. A lot of founders have come from Metaverse HQ. I just want to put that in everyone's brains. We should be thinking of products. We should be thinking of, oh, this platform sucks. How the fuck do I do it better? Right? I use Alto and I think to myself, how would we make this marketplace 1,000 times more cracked? I use products and I think, what do I want to see? What doesn't serve me? What can be better? Where can the UI be better spent? And a lot of founders have come through Metaverse HQ. We just had Oriel from Martian Premier League. He just landed a 7-figure deal with IMX to bring his PFP collection that's now building a game into IMX, right? So the real upside, trading JPEGs, all fun and games. I've made my bag and I love it. I will continue to play the market. I really am entrenched by the culture. And I love finding new cooks on whatever chain, whatever opportunity. That being said, the real upside here is being a founder, bringing something to market and launching it. I think if you guys were here yesterday in voice chat for Sanic, Sanic has a drop that he already showcased in voice chat, and that was really cool, right? So we love to see and support our founders, builders, and a little bit of alpha for you guys here today. We're locking in some really big tier 1 partnerships to empower Metaverse HQ members to give you guys the resources, the infrastructure, the credits to go and build shit. Some names I'll drop right now. Alchemy. We've been working with top tier exchanges, working with top tier accelerators. You might be familiar with some. some of these founders, members, GPs, general partners, they're in here in Metaverse HQ, and we're chefing it up. 2023 is going to be the year where we continue to make our stamp, not just on the blockchain, boots on the ground, but also within the founder space here. So yeah, before I move on to Canto and sort of, we deep dive there, anyone have any questions, comments, maybe any tools that you'd like me to try in real time and finesse while we're still on ETH? Please feel free. Also, guest questions, ops hours chat. Also, this is just, feel free to just fucking unmute and shoot the shit.
Yeah, Mitch, I want to go over Catchment real quick, if you could pop over there.
What's up? What about Catchment?
If you go down the center column, you'll notice there's a couple features that most people don't know about. If you keep going down, you got like marketplace comparison. And all of these central blocks, they can be all shifted around in the settings tab. So if you want to have marketplace at the top, you can just move them around. That way, like, let's say you don't want to see failed transactions, you want to see marketplace, so you know exactly where to bop to as soon as you finish minting. Then that's a neat feature that you could use to your advantage.
Yes, sir. Yep. Lots of functionality. I love the modality of this, by the way, Raul. I hate that I can't, like, in my ideal world, my dashboard would look like this. It would look like trending projects, and then it would look like live mints on the right, because I want to have my foot on secondary and also on minting, right? When I find a mint that I like, I ideally bop into Catchment, and I really do love the modality of this tool. And I thought the execution of it has been great thus far, and you can really get a sense of customization here. So great call out there, Poppy. Anything else?
Yes, sir. We just talked about you would look at a checks play going on the upside, what you expect it to do, and what you're looking to enter, right, as an example. But how about giving us a little bit of insight on your risk management on the downside? Let's say it doesn't do what you were expecting. How are you looking at exit, and what are you looking at on the downside? Because the upside is all good, but I'm sure a lot of people have a hard time with cutting losses and taking the L.
Love that. I think that if you're even at all worried about your investment, it's probably a good time to sell, to be honest. If the project is ripping, great time to sell. If you're in profit, great time to sell. It's never a bad time to sell when you're in profit. And honestly, it's never a bad time to sell, period, because you simply secure the liquid. That goes for anything. That really goes for anything. And I think that personally for me, I do a really good job at catching things as they have momentum, and then they breach a certain threshold that I was like, oh, I'd be happy to sell there. And then for some reason, I just don't end up selling. My problem is that I think things will moon, and I think that's everyone's problem. Take advantage of the profit while you can. I'll give you a great example. I minted 75, proceed with cautions, off of the conviction of talking with Sanic and Seinfeld an hour before the mint, the Luke Press Open edition. I minted 75 of them, and I took profit. Like the blue ones that I minted hit as high as 0.65. I took profit starting at 0.13 because I had learned after weeks and weeks and weeks. Maybe I can showcase that here. Like after weeks and weeks and weeks of just like buying things, they moon, and then I don't sell. I was like, I'm not going to make the same mistake here. So I'm just going to show you in real time. Like I literally built a ladder, and I believe the last sale I had was around like 0.59, 0.6, something like that. But I laddered all the way up from 0.13 because honestly, the name of the game, especially in this market, is you don't want to be caught holding the bag ever. Profit is profit, and don't be afraid to cut your losses. It goes twofold. So like as you can see, look, my defies, I was selling 0.22, 0.23, 0.24, 0.19, 0.18. I was selling these all the way from 0.13 and then all the way up to 0.289, 0.28, 0.499. Right. So my average exit was like I would say 0.2, maybe 0.23 on 75 of them, that's a 4x. I'm happy to take a 4x. I don't need the moonshot of a 10x. Secure profit while you can. This market moves, and like as you could see, the floor price is not 0.6 anymore. I think it's like, I want to say it's like 0.4. You see, it's 0.37, right? So take profit while you can, especially when the market is hot for them, because the next open edition will come out, the next thing will come out, and as we all know, one thing is guaranteed in life: the world will continue to spin, and there will be a next opportunity. Did I answer the question, Jinzo? I think that was good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's management. It touches what I was trying to say. I was also touching a little bit on how you take loss, but again, that'll be on. It'll depend on a lot of things. If you need to get the liquidity back, don't be afraid to sell things at a loss. Don't look at it as a loss. Look at it as just getting that liquidity back. You're trying to have a global view of your portfolio, not just that one item that you think now you're down 90% and you have to hold. No, get that liquidity back and go on to the next play. Just don't be afraid to get liquidity back from dead projects and projects that have finished moving and now you're stuck holding. Just get that liquidity back, basically.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think that with check specifically, I think my personal threshold, if I've lost over 50% of value, I'm going to look to dump. I'm going to look to just cut my losses and move on, because this space is so volatile. You're going for 10x's, but your investments can also go to fucking nothing. And if checks goes 0.5, 0.4, I'm selling. But also maybe I'm not holding this for much longer. We'll see.
I agree there.
That's the idea there.
I'll take loss 30 to 50% a lot of the times. And even if I'm not feeling a project and I'm break even or just a pad under, I'll get out. A lot of the times I'll play the feeling, play it by feel, and don't like the action. I'll get out before everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Do you have any other points to share on that, Jinzo, before I jump into Kanto stuff?
What do you mean? Just like more specifically how you look to exit? Or?
Yeah, on ETH in general, like anything that you like to add?
I mean, I think obviously let us know. Just keep on the news, keep on the announcements that'll move a project, so it'll give you an idea of if you should hold or be more actionable. Like, should I buy more of this or less or whatever? That's always a big one. And really just specific to holding something. I mean, on the way down, if you need that liquidity, get out. If you feel like you need to hold because there's going to be an announcement soon, and go for it. It really is depending on the project. But I mean, a lot of us aren't dealing with a lot of liquidity, and you're trying to have as much liquidity as possible at all times. So get in, get out quick, and always have a plan. Either way, on the way up or on the way down, just plan it out. Like if you think a project, like let's say you buy into a project, have an idea of where you want to start exiting, and like Mitch was saying, just sell DCA your way out. Same thing when it's coming down and you think it's not going to do anything better and people are dumping, you're screwed, you're stuck holding the bag. Just make sure you start selling it, get that liquidity back. I think that's basically it. We're just always playing with liquidity here. It doesn't matter what project it is.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this isn't the early days of NFTs where you mint 20, 40, 60 or something, and then like that NFT just moves because you were early. Because there's just so much attention, focus in so many different directions. It's a lot more challenging, in my opinion, to hit it right on the dial. So the idea with open edition, right? For instance, like the meta is open edition, so that it's so hard to know which one's going to rip. Maybe the strategy is spray and pray, but with that being said, one thing. Sorry, one thing. No, you got it, bro.
Is one strategy I love doing is I love breaking even the fastest I can. Like let's say I buy 10 of an item, I'll make sure I'm breaking even as fast as possible. So then I can ride for free and have less stress. Even if you're selling below your entry at that point, right? You're still selling for profit. So make sure you're just always the best thing to make sure you're always in profit is make sure you break even. So let's say on the first pump, I'll start exiting and making sure that I have at least my initial back or close to it. That way I have less skin in the game. I'm less stressed out about a project and if I should be selling it earlier or whatever. And a lot of the times I'll even keep 1 or 2 for the moon. And if they go to 0, I don't care. So at least I get my money out. I'm break even plus, and I have 1 or 2 that I can hold if I great moons. Actually, that's exactly what I did on board 8. So it worked out for me on board 8. And I think that's always a good strategy. Make sure you're break even and then you have decisions on the rest.
Yeah. really good call there, bro. Thank you. Yeah, all right, let's hop into Canto. I really like Canto because it just has like that OG feel to it. Again, like we don't have tools like this. Right, there's no tools like this on Canto. In fact, there's no catchment or magically really anywhere. Even on Solana, right? Solana is like incredibly gated. Like that NFT ecosystem, like only mints that flow through Magic Eden, and like one or two other launch pads are available and profitable. Those are all whitelist stuff. I've been in Canto for less than 24 hours, so this is like really fresh pair of eyes. If you've been an OG here, bear with me. Feel free to jump in. The idea, the thing that I like the most about it is that like, the marketplace is everything is like just so broken and not working, but for some reason there's like this feel to it that because we're early, if you bring the same strength that and experience and context that you've built and developed over trading on ETH, you're gonna do. I imagine you'll do well in Alto. Again, I just got lucky. The first thing that I minted just happens to be these Cantillionaires. They were 175 to mint just last night. Big shout out to Scott. Big shout out to Clampy. Really to everyone in Canto chat. You guys have been cooking for quite some time and been really stirring. I'm just finding it now. So this is just my personal take. The minting experience here was it's like you just find a random website and there's not that many projects. In fact, look, if you trending collections, Cantillionaires is already top 4, and it's been trading for less than 24 hours, but it's already top 4, top 5 of the past week. Let's just check it how it stacks over in the past month. See, it's top 4 in the past month, right? So this is how new and early we are to Canto, and I like that we're early, early-ish, right? So this could also go to 0. This is probably like there's a lot of ambiguity here. I haven't personally looked into the tokenomics, the distribution of the token. I don't know who's behind it. All I know is that it just feels like there's a lot of NFT natives here on this chain. And Scott, can you like give us any specific insights on the infrastructure of this chain, the tokenomics, anything at all?
Yeah, I mean the infrastructure and like the vibe of the chain. It's sort of a built by developers for developers, no VC money in it. Like there were no early, giant VCs getting in at reduced rates that they can dump on us. And there are no fees anywhere on the chain. So even like Alto, for example, where it's no fees, where they make their money is if people actually use the product, like they get gas from the transactions paid back to them. So the chain itself incentivizes developers to build apps that people will use, and that's how they make money, rather than just launching endless tokens or charging fees. And that's a structure that I think has resonated with, Twitter and other developers who are building on it.
Scott, what the hell does EVM compatible Cosmos app chain fork mean? Are they making words up?
Yeah, is Sola in here? Because I'm not a developer, so like I can give you what I read in the white paper, and it's basically like that's a fork of Cosmos. It's the narrative, and like that's for me like the same thing as you. Like that's what I look for in a trade is the sentiment and the narrative behind it. Whether like how legit is it? Like people definitely got early bags in this. It's just not VC bags. So people like Scott Lewis. He's one of the people behind it. He's like a CryptoPunk OG and other developers. But I don't know, like what's your, like as far as EVM, like it's a fork. The chain itself
it's
is a fork of Cosmos.
Yeah, it's a fork of Cosmos. Okay.
So there's nothing like revolutionary. Yeah, there's nothing revolutionary about the chain. It's the narrative of no fees and contract secured revenue, like what they're doing with Alto, where Alto doesn't charge any fees and they never will, and they make money if people use their dApp.
Yeah, and I think it just looks like right now too. Oh, Raul, you got it.
Yeah, the interesting part is like no like platforms or no none of these services on Canto charges anything. like royalties, like commissions, but they all like get a kind of sounds like a payback from like the transaction fee. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's correct. And the one thing to note for anyone that's like looking into the token, the emissions on Canto are incredibly high. And that's part of the structure. They're incentivizing people to provide liquidity. Like I'm doing it. I've been doing it for about 5 months. But it's 200 to 300% to LP. So part of my, like, I'm surprised that the token's mooning the way that it is because the emissions are so high. Like I've been getting 250% a day in my ETH Canto LP for like 3 months now. So it kind of, but that's where Mitch, I was showing you that bridging chart. People are bridging over record high amounts of money to buy every day, you know, probably because of like the momentum on Twitter. But like what initially interested me in it was just like looking for a non-crowded trade. And that was Canto when it was like 7 cents and you were seeing the long neck memes. And I minted like 6 of those for $50. Because for me, it was like, this is low risk, high upside.
You minted these for $50, sort of like, you said $50.
Yeah.
Because right now they're 4,000.
Yeah, like I minted it. Yeah, I minted it, threw it in a wallet, forgot about it, and it was like, this is low risk, high upside. It's not an overcrowded trade. And like for me personally, I didn't feel like my advantage is where we are in the market now, which is like competing with Thunder and the bots. It's like, let me find where people aren't paying attention.
I love that. Cook where no one's cooking, right? So this is this is insane meme culture right here. There's no way to really define this other than the fact that this chain is so early and NFTs are so early on it too that there's like 50 projects in total that have launched so far on Canto, something like that, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, maybe 50. I mean, you guys, like, as far as all the interest in, you know, when Jake bridged over, I think are getting in at exactly the right time because there really wasn't anything to mint, you know, even weeks ago. And like long necks were sitting around probably 2,000 Canto. Canto was at like 20 cents. It was really Variant Fund, and I can link it. Variant Fund put out an article and they market bought a bunch of Canto at 10 cents. And that sort of kickstarted like 3 weeks ago, this rise in the price. And now you're seeing Dingaling and other people sweeping long necks. But I would definitely caution for people like with the token, like we can put some info out, but like look into and do some research on the emissions because they're very much incentivizing people to provide liquidity, but they're getting these crazy yields. So I would assume these people are selling into ETH or USDC every day that have giant Canto bags.
Yeah, I'm going to drop this link here. These are the docs. I personally am going to spend a lot of time reviewing this. I sort of mint first, ask questions later. That actually helped me greatly. I minted 25 of these quintillionaires. And it just seemed that I really like that experience. I really like how we're able to lean on each other. I've just been in Canto chat and absorbing. Scott, what you've been putting down, I mean, everyone is just, you know, getting knowledgeable on it. If you are new to it, again, this is not financial advice. I'm not saying come to Canto. I'm having a good time on Canto, and I personally I just looked at the ETH ecosystem presenting 15 minutes ago. I've been really bored on it, and simply because there's so much tools, there's so many players, there's so many bots. Everyone's on it, and right now this is an interesting time to just be engaged. And coming from like the OG Gen Chat of Metaverse HQ Night Crew days, this has a real cool Night Crew feel to it. A lot of it is culture, and just like kicking it with everyone in Canto chat. So hopefully we can find a mint. Is there anything interesting happening right now? I mean, I know TweetDeck has been really like a big deal for in finding these, right, Scott?
Yeah, and that's a quick thing I was going to say, Mitch. I think you're right. I think like the NFTs here are the opportunity. Like even if you've just bridged some over, you know, and you're ready to wait for the next mint to pop off. Like we had maybe 10 mints yesterday, and of those 10, one, you know, that minted for like 0.03 equivalent ETH, the Canto graphs, that did a 50x in a day. We had a 10x. Your Cantillionaires was what, like a 5x?
Yep.
Like you said, yeah, it's like the Wild West over there. There's not a lot of like NFTs product, and people bridged over $12 million today, which is double the all-time high of what's been bridged over. So like people are going to be dying to degen into stuff. And I think we're going to see such volatility that like the NFTs that's where I'm paying attention to, like over just the token right now.
Agreed.
Yeah, like
right. So someone. Oh, sorry, yeah, Jinzo, you're underwater there.
Am I getting rugged? Yeah, still rugged or good now?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yep, you're good.
I was gonna say I think we're still in spray and pray territory here. Like you might miss on a few, and they're not that expensive, but we're starting to notice a lot of the ETH projects and stuff. ETH devs start coming on to Canto and just dropping projects. Like we saw a few that look very similar, and some look similar to what we do on ETH. So that's one thing I'm just gonna caution is that yeah, you can still spray and pray. Maybe we're gonna have to start getting selective though, because I feel like we're gonna start seeing a ramp up in projects. Obviously, volume brings new projects, new rugs, and the whole shebang that we always see when something like this happens. So yeah, I think we can still spray and pray for a while. Just be cautious and careful out there because I feel like it's gonna switch real quick.
Yeah, that's a great call up. The projects I'm looking for specifically are ones with tokenomics involved. NFT collections is they're one layer, and then you add the crypto layer. You add more utility, burn, etc. I think dead ends. I was looking into this project. So there's already a project like that on on Canto where there are dual tokenomics involved and certain utilities in a very like I would say bare bones sort of like OG grunge way. And Ranch, I believe we were talking. Was it Ranch or I think Disco? Oh, Disco's not here. But this is a pretty well-known artist, right? Coming into Canto and making a really what I think is an interesting project to be involved with. So this is what I'm actually looking for, Jinzo and Scott. Is I want the next Wolf game, right? I want the next like really interesting use case, and it's not just like finding a degen mint, right? This is like, okay, what do we know about these people? What can we suss on Twitter, right? And what kind of information can we gather quickly enough to give us conviction on whether or not something's worth minting? I think all the OG principles that we sort of grew up in 2021 apply here. And right now we're early. So that's my conviction here. Again, not financial advice. Like I trade on all chains, so I'm not privy to one. I think opportunities exist everywhere. Scott, do you want to walk me through how to set this up? So maybe if people want to set up TweetDeck, just so we can keep eyes comms, like how do you set this up specifically to find new projects minting?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, it's just what TweetDeck. Sorry, by the way, I'm at the hospital right now. So.
I'm sorry.
No,
if you're with your daughter, I don't want to be bugging you.
No, mom's with her. She's sleeping right now. So this is like fun to talk about degen stuff is like the best distraction.
Okay. Good. Well, let me distract you a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. It's great. Yeah, I can't get mine to load right now, but all I literally do, like, do you have yours up, Mitch, or can you share? Because I just use the search column, and since it's real time, so I use the search column, and I just do tags. Like the 3 tags that I'm doing is just $Canto, which pretty much every drop has been doing that. Like the Canto graphs, for example, the 50x one, he did $Canto, so that would have popped up. Oh wait,
got it. Okay, so $Canto, and then you can remove. Oh, great! I can remove. Boom. Yeah, I just want to remove the noise. This is my first time using TweetDeck officially. Sorry, Poppy. I know you love TweetDeck and all things Twitter.
Yeah, I'm interested what other people are searching for too. The 3 that I do, although this is the noisiest, is just Canto, like with no hashtag, and then Canto NFT. So like those are the 3 that I've had up.
Canto NFT, no hashtag.
Yeah. Some other decent, like this one is from Clampy. Is he said a lot of like the base ghouls, and I looked the floor on that is like 0.07. Said a lot of them are like early. I think the Canto Graph creator is a base ghoul. So a lot of like Canto alpha is happening over there. And then from Sanic, actually, the Shinosi's holder chat is really good too. Like there's a lot of early alpha going on in there. But it's the same thing as you said. It's just like talking about projects that are bubbling up.
Shinosi, okay. For TweetDeck, so
these toads. Yeah, sorry. Answer that question or ask that question, dude.
Wait, sorry, bro. Sorry, Seth.
Oh yeah. I was just looking at a few projects right now, like the toads and stuff, but those explicitly say art only. But TweetDeck, I can help you with that too.
Oh yeah, help me out. Let's we got $Canto, Canton NFT.
Yeah, just Canto by itself too, without a hashtag.
Okay, Canto.
I want it to be a little bit more wide-reaching, but I think the hashtag's probably better for Canto and Canto NFTs, and then $Canto.
Let me try this. Hashtag Canto. Yeah, hashtag Canto is better. Canto is giving me a bunch of things in Spanish.
Yeah, random.
All right, cool. Is there any way to, so from this view, right, do you guys like mess around with any settings at all to prioritize one or the other? Let me see.
You could just drag them or delete.
Oh, interesting. Oh, engagement.
And then the thing real quick, Mitch, did you mention the React for role that you guys set up in our Canto thread? Like, that's nice. I think that was Ezrin that Ezrin pinged the Canto graph mint as it was happening. So if you'd done the React for role and just, hit Canto, you would just get tagged here, which is a nice shortcut to
Canto. Got it. So Ezrin called this out, Canto graphs. Holy shit. What was the mint price?
125 Canto, which was at the time, like 0.02 or 0.03 ETH, and they're now 1 ETH floor. And that was, it's crazy how fast it's moving. But yeah, that was like yesterday, right?
This was yesterday?
The Canto, I'm pretty sure. It's hard to even keep track, but I think Canto graphs were yesterday.
Okay, well, you just gave me enough conviction to hold on to Canto Apes, Cantenzas, and everything in between. Okay, cool. Before we go, maybe this was a little bit too much. If anyone's interested, what I did to bridge to Canto was USDC. I cashed out USDC, and I used synapseprotocol.com instead of the Canto bridge because I was just recommended. Well, this takes longer, I believe, the Canto bridge. That's why we use Synapse.
Yeah, I don't know if Elway is in here, but yeah, apparently Synapse is like 3 times faster. So he gives everybody a hard time in the Canto thread if they're using Canto.io versus Synapse, which is much faster.
You can find everything out. Reg, everything's pinned. So he's going to do a walkthrough, but everything's pinned in Canto.
Yep, everything's pinned. So this bridges over to Canto, and I liked the if you say in USDC, right, you don't have to convert all of what you're bridging over, all the liquidity you're bridging over into Canto, right? Holy Jesus, green candle. What I did was I just brought over a bunch of USDC, and as I continued to get more familiar with Canto, I actually then go to Slingshot, app.slingshot.finance. Jinzo, good call out. Please check pin thread, pin messages on Canto. You'll see all these links. But this is the one, once you're bridged over, you can swap USDC over to Canto, and then now you're ready to go. Somewhere along this bridging and slingshotting, you will have added the Canto RPC, and I have mine set up by default. So it's just, boom, right here. And that's the onboarding. Oh, sorry, you got it.
Oh, I was going to say real quick to Jinzo's point too, a few of us are doing a field report on Canto, so we're going to kind of compile all this information into one field report with all the links and everything.
Yeah, I don't know if it was mentioned, but the marketplace is down right now, so if anybody's peeking around trying to figure it out, the Alto marketplace is down at the moment. But one other thing, I don't know if people have really run into any wallet drainers or rug pulls or anything like that. So right off the bat, I would suggest setting up 2 wallets, one for your USDC that you're going to hold before you might convert it, and then another one for your hot wallet, basically, just to throw your Canto into in order to make plays.
I just wanted to add one more thing. If you're bridging over from Synapse, there's once you've done the bridging over, if you scroll down, it shows you your pending bridge. I know that's a lot of people have had that issue where they can't see the bridge transaction and they worry about funds not coming over. So it shows you pending bridge when you scroll down. Yeah.
Great call out, Sam. So how long does that usually take? A couple of minutes, right?
It depends on network traffic, but Synapse usually takes 5 to 10 minutes. And then Canto.io, it can take up to 30 minutes to 4 hours for a lot of people.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's a good call out. So don't freak out when you're bridging. Just keep this page up and diligently wait. It worked for me. It worked for a bunch of others.
One more thing I'll add, maybe for you too, Mitch, you should be looking to change that RPC as fast as possible because the stock one is just so slow and it goes down all the time. But we have a bunch of links also in the pin messages on how to get the other RPCs up and running. And I think you're going to have a much better user experience with those over the stock one that comes with the MetaMask.
Oh, that's all right. Let me do that fucking now then. That's great. I also hit up Alchemy. I was like, guys, do something. Make a Canto RPC. Just do it for the people.
And
so hopefully we can get one out.
Sola last night mentioned a different wallet. I can't remember if anybody remembers what it was called. I think it starts with an H maybe, but where you can load several RPCs into it and it automatically rotates between them based off of which one is functioning best at the time.
Oh my God. What's that one called?
I gotta try to remember, or someone knows?
Cracked.
It was something with frame in it.
Frame, that's what it was.
Okay. I'm going to add...
Yeah, it was frame.sh for anybody looking.
Frame.sh, okay. Scott, I'm going to add this alternate Canto RPC that you added at 11 o'clock last night.
Okay. Also, I just put a graphic for you, Mitch. I'm curious, you or like Jinzo or anyone else, like, what do you think is the opportunity? Like, given that Alto is down right now, like if you look at the volume in, we're going to be 8 to 10 million higher than the highest volume ever bridged into Canto today. And you like actually can't buy anything right now. Like, what do you think happens when they turn on Alto?
Oh my God. Breaking season.
Probably breaks again.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, so this is the chart. Let me just bring this up.
Did you put it?
You put it in guest questions.
I saw somebody ping that there was a delay on ENSs for Canto. Do you guys think that they're bridging because of that?
Tomorrow or something.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you think that this high bridge volume is because of that? Like people are anticipating to, just lock in ENSs?
Could be.
It's possible. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are in that ENS game, so that would be a good reason to just put a lot of Canto in there and 8 and 12 the numbers you can. It's usually an easy profit. But you see here, it feels like we're hitting a top on volume. It might keep going. 11 million or 12 million is a lot, but even if we do hit a top and come back down, we're still in the range here, anywhere between like 2 million and 10 million. This is crazy. That's something we didn't expect to see on Canto anytime soon. So
I'm looking at provident.art right now, by the way. I haven't seen this. Naruto called this out in Canto chat. This looks interesting. Cantolians. Have you guys heard about this?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Seth? What do we know about them?
Nope, just heard about them. Didn't look into them yet. I'm just sitting here refreshing my fucking page trying to buy an NFT.
The Provenart dev is a rug. So is it minting?
Really?
Don't mint that.
Okay. Yeah, because this is Canto swap by marketplace provenant.art. Okay.
Yeah, even like
Scott follows them.
The long here's what I can tell you, like the long necks team like even called out there were issues with like the contract, like what was popping up when you would authorize your NFTs like on Provenart, and like the history of this dev is doing these like cash grab rugs because there's a token attached to Provenart and you minted CryptoPunks to get a token yield on it. Then he did a second key mint and made like 50 grand more. And now it looks like
this is that guy. This is that guy.
Yes, yeah. So I would be cautious there.
Okay, that's good to know. See, and this is where else are you gonna find this alpha, right? Where else are you gonna find this information other than being here in voice chat, right? So thank you for answering that. This is what I do. I just ask people that know about the project, and boom, now we have it. So, Sanic is even going, what avoid proven art? That's good, right? So Canto chat, we'll move on from that. TweetDeck, is there anything else from Mystic? So $sign Canto NFT. Let me just Poppy, you're a finesse at this, right? Are there any other things that we should be following here?
I would kind of search the marketplaces that you use within Canto. So if you have any striking words within that marketplace, I would put it in the search, whether it's hashtag name or something like that, and maybe even just hashtags of trending projects, because some people tend to do that.
Smart. Maybe hashtag. Okay, hashtag. So let's just do cryptillionaires because your boys got the X. Is that even
Canto Mint Live is pretty good.
Oh, hey, there we go, baby. What's up, Fake? Canto Mint Live.
Hey, another question for you, Mitch, is can anyone use that Canto ping roll and like the React for roll? Because the thing is, like, Clampy dropped another sort of like, I mean, everything's mint from contract. He dropped another stealth mint that was happening on Canto that turned out to be from the, he was like a Tessera dev, so a legitimate person. But I don't know who's able to use that ping.
Oh, damn, I'm like the wrong person to ask for that. Jacob,
It looks like Ezrin was able to use it. Yeah.
Yeah, but Ezrin has like the field report role. No, he's got a special Ezrin designated role.
Let's test it out right now then.
I think anyone that's shot calling in Canto should get like a special role to be able to do it. Yeah, that was. I love how I go. Looks like a rug, and then someone goes, Clampy doesn't miss, and I go, okay. Rule number 1 about Fight Club, Canto Club: you don't fade the people that aren't missing. I did end up minting like 60 of those, I think. Let me see. This is how nascent this technology is. I fucking love it. Look at this. Wait, nope, that's my seed phrase. 1 second.
You gotta add the block explorer to the RPC.
Oh, okay. Wait, let's just go back to the regular Canto for now. Thank you, Jacob.
See,
I didn't see Canto Mint live, but maybe Canto Mint.
There we
go.
Do it as a hashtag, put it as 3 separate words.
yeah, you gotta put space.
Canto Mint, like this.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh shit! Now we're cooking.
Yeah, I was also gonna say you could do an advanced search to just throw in a bunch of words that you would think would pop something up, and then anything pertaining to that word topic would show up.
Okay, cool beans. I might neg this against giveaways because I feel like giveaways are not the vibe on Canto.
Yeah, so I would recommend setting up a list of words that you don't want to have on your line, like on your feed. So if you don't want to have giveaway, just mute that word and it'll exclude those types of tweets.
How widespread like this Canto fever is with NFT community? Do you guys think?
Just assume it's just only the 50 people in here. I mean, it's hard to say, right?
The context of the question is because I might discuss with with our team if we can implement a very basic Canto Mint for catchment. Because if nobody else is doing it, then it might be good for us as an exposure. So we're thinking about that, but I'm not sure how many people will end up being interested. It may last a few days, but
yeah, exactly. It might be short-lived, but who knows? But AI was saying MVHQ, Underground, and Thunder called out Canto just yesterday, so we see an uptick in volume just from that. And I'm sure we're not the only ones. I'm sure everybody started kind of catching on. That would basically explain why we're seeing such big volume, right? But that's already good to go on. Metaverse HQ, Underground, and Thunder are already the 3 biggest you'd want in any ecosystem or project. So.
Yeah, and Breeze just integrated Canto as well. So something to take note. I just want to call it real quick. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Breeze now has minting bot on Kanto, which I wish they were slower on that. I want this to still be fun. Fuck bots. Thunder does too? All right. Well,
yeah. I think they were the first to start doing it. So anybody that has Thunder, you can bot with Thunder, I'm pretty sure.
Ral, if it helps, I have seen a surprising number of people talk about it on Twitter as well.
So, yeah, my guys are coming in an hour to the office, so we definitely have to talk about this. Would it help if we just like I think if we just like work on the live mints on the the thing that we have on the right, and maybe like the mint overview.
That'd be great.
Would that still help?
Can we check out this Kanto Kids? It's a free mint right now. I don't know if Scottco knows about it.
Kanto.
No, I haven't heard of that one.
Free mint
right now.
Yeah. Did you post a link in Kanto? Let's take a look.
I just threw it in office hours chat.
All right. Guess questions. User at Alto Market. Hey, good alpha there, Sam. Let's try that out. At Alto Market. Okay, we'll keep that on the low. Okay.
First 1,000 free 7 minutes ago. The rest are 10.
Oh. Whoa. Coin Tool app. Each user can mint 10 NFTs first 1,000. Wow, they integrated fucking everything.
You gotta be careful with like website mint.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Maybe here we can actually mint from contract. So let's just say we can mint. You get 2 free mints here. So let's hit mint. And then let's take this. Let's go ahead and copy and paste this. Reject. And then let's go find this in Kanto Kids. Perfect. Let's see if we can mint from contract.
Can you drop that contract, dude?
Yeah, we'll do.
My pages aren't loading.
Clearly same. Oh, so there's no right, and I guess this is a proxy?
Or it doesn't even have a code. Yeah, I don't think it's verified.
Yeah, it's
not sure.
Verified. Oh my god, this is what they look like. Yikes. I can't believe there's already a platform that is servicing Kanto like this. Select the chain displayed by the tool. I've never used this website before. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm like super sketched out right now.
Yeah, me too. It's a free mint.
Maybe we should set up a dedicated Kanto like a burner wallet.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe what I'll do is I'm going to send a couple of Kanto over to this wallet right now because I have nothing in here. So let's send you. Well, this is free, so let's do 50 Kanto. Okay, we're getting a DGen wallet set up. It's all about good hygiene here at Metaverse HQ. There we go, Kanto DGenning.
Is there a way to see which wallets are like stored under the same seed phrase, like under the same? If you just click the add wallet button.
I think it's the same as with Ethereum, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, are those at risk too if your main one gets drained?
Only if your seed phrase gets exposed.
Okay, we're minting our 2 free mints of Kanto Kids. And notice I set up a DGen wallet for this, wallet that has really no value at all, and ability to compromise. Oh, and you can keep minting free ones. So let's see if it'll give us an error.
One quick thing I wanted to say, Mitch, that I thought of is you talked about like you're looking for the next like wolf game type of project. I don't know what their game is going to be, but I do know. So the Longnecks are building a game. They won the first Kanto hackathon, so they got a grant for that. And when I was talking in their server, it looks like at some point there is going to be a token too. And the thing I was thinking about as we were talking is like, as we talk about this contract secured revenue where they get paid if people interact with their DApp, like let's say they build a dApp with a token, and people are using their website, that's a way where they're going to generate revenue.
I see.
So, yeah, so something to consider for long next down the road. Like, it's not just a PFP project.
I can't believe this is their Twitter and their floor price is like this ridiculous.
Meet, baby.
They have, yeah, me. Okay, cool. Fuck it. There's literally 10 projects on Canto. Like, this is what, like, each two of these mints is 20 cents. It's hamburger money.
Did Dingaling buy anything other than long necks when he started sweeping?
Well, let's find out.
I think he bought Cantrellinos too.
No, he didn't.
Oh, nice.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm in love with my PFP. Apparently, it's not rare though. I'm kind of upset about that, but it's rare. It's number one in me, in my heart. Yeah,
those are pretty small supply
fast.
too, aren't they? Aren't they like 2K supply, the Cantrillionaires?
I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're 2, I think.
Oh, look at that. So I think it might be each user can mint up to 10 NFTs. So right now you can mint 10 free, 2 at a time, if you're intrigued to do so. Canto Kids. Let's see. This is like a cool website. I can't believe it's already like ready. Wow. CoinTool.app supports every chain. Cool. All right. Good to know. There's no Twitter here. Canto Kids. Maybe we'll look into that. Maybe we'll look into TweetDeck. Just minted. Thanks for the alpha at Canto Kids. Canto News. Canto Graphs just flipped noises at the top 2 spot. Minting now about to flip Canto Kids NFT. Oh, we found it. Okay. Canto Kids NFT. Oh my god, this is annoying. TweetDeck is like stay on
the Canto
TweetDeck.
Kids.
Oh,
I'm gonna mint that
right?
Canto Kids. Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna mint that Canto Kids. It's gonna be my first Canto mint.
Nice.
Oh,
I just transferred some Canto to a completely new wallet.
Raul's minting up.
Yeah, I hope it's a cook, Rel. I'm not promising it'll be cryptillionaires, but I mean it's free and we're bored, so I think it's a good vibe. Oh, okay, Canto Bros. So this was the contract from earlier that who was it that shared this?
Canto Kids?
Not Canto Kids. This is Canto Bros. Cantor Bros.
Not I.
I think that was, I want to say it was Clampy. So Clampy called these out. This is how to mint from contract. This is how I did it. It's very, very similar to how you do it on ETH. But what you do is just the amount you want to mint. So I was doing 10 at a time, and they were 770 a pop. And then you just hit right. And then obviously this is going to give me an error because these are already minted out. But it's really that easy. So you just got to find the contract. The problem was this was taking forever to load. That was the only issue. But also to find supply, because there was no website for Cantor Bros. And again, we don't even know if this is going to be zero or anything, because this marketplace is so terrible that we can't list or buy or do anything. At least I can't. And look, just like switching from read write, it's just taking forever. Like that's just this chain is so nascent.
Sorry to interrupt. I think you mispronounced it, Mitch. It's Canto Orbs.
Is it? Cantor Bros?
Canto.
This one's
it's supposed to be Orbs.
Yeah, that's not Orbs. That says Bros for sure. But yeah, he's talking about. Yeah, their Orbs might be a different one.
I think it's the same one. I think it's that link.
Is it Canto Bros? Because like the same thing happened with Canto Orbs thing earlier. where the website wasn't loading, or the contract?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was this. It's the same project, right? We're talking about the same thing.
It was 77.
Yeah, so
right?
look, this. Yep, 77 mint. Finally loaded, and yeah, max supply. What? Minted. Okay, so it was showing while it was minting, max supply was 2222. Minted was like it was really updating in real time. So I don't know why it says M file right now, but again, this is just like how nice this is. So what I did was to mint these from contract. You have write, you have one that says write, E1 says read. Holy shit, these are gonna go.
Yeah, they went over the freeze went over, and they just flipped it to paid right now.
Okay.
So I got all the way up to token 1323 for free, and I tried to do it again right now, and now it's paid.
Okay, so you're saying people are paying for this right now?
It's switched over to pay, so we'll see. Oh yeah, they're still minting.
Let me see, because this is free.
Yeah, try to mint again.
Free. It's still free.
Is it?
Yeah, it's still free.
I still have 850 in that wallet, and it's not letting me. Oh, because I already have 10.
I think if you don't refresh the website, then it might stay free. I don't.
No, mine switched over to paid because I still have 10. I have 10 already.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a couple free more. I mean, it's free. It's literally if this hits $100, it's gonna be such an easy win. And this is what, like, maybe the thing is, right now we're minting. We've minted a lot of projects out, but we can't hit the marketplace yet. So we actually don't know if Alto just like, I don't know, wants to work for a day. This NFTs on Canto, I think, are just gonna rip. That's my feeling. Okay, and then one more. Yeah. Okay, good. So I minted my 10. So I minted 20 of these. I'm gonna go ahead and just, why not, send it. Gonna give 2 more wallets some more, because why not? You can 10 Canto each. Generational wealth, 10 Canto. Canto, 1 Canto equals 1 Canto. Everyone knows the rules. Questions. Could you drop the link for this free Canto mint? I got you, high five. My bad, bro. Where are my manners? Boom.
I can't even transfer Canto right now.
Oh no, stream is maxed out. Oh, Sam, you got me.
Clutch.
My guy. Okay, cool beans. All right, I just sent 10 over. All right, you DJs are gonna mint this out, so I'm just getting here.
This is fucking gonna go.
It's gonna go nowhere because you can't fucking list it, but we'll
it's
see.
all good.
Eventually, that's the idea. Yeah, I'm just gonna mint as many more because these are clearly gonna go.
Mint.
Yeah, these are clearly gonna go. This is a no-brainer. This isn't a degen mint on ETH. This is a degen mint where there are literally less. I have more digits on my hands and toes than we do collections on this. What, bro? They dropped the free mint to 1. Bastards.
It's almost sold out.
Jacob, are you minting? Do you want one?
I got a couple.
All right.
94%. Let's see if it stays under 100%.
Johnny, thank you for the rescreen, bro. Oh, they're back to 2 free mints. All right.
Dude, it was supposed to be 10 Canto after the first 1,000.
There's like 30 left.
All right. Also,
this is 100%.
And that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. And there you go. Solo showed me a nice little trick to see our NFT. Oh, we can't even locate the hash. What the fuck is this? Let's see. Let's go to. All right. Let's look at our mint. So we're going to go to View on Block Explorer. All right. What Block Explorer wants to work? By the way, this is Sanix project, FateBit. I believe he's dropping February 7th, and he already has a cool little graphic there. Here's the. I know, Shelly, I love it. I like it too. The art looks great. If that mint price hits right, we're gonna be in for a good time on that. Okay. All right, so this just minted. I want to actually see it come up on Block Explorer. All right, perfect. So how did he showed me? If you click on token ID, oh wow! All right, so it hasn't even loaded the image yet.
Well, because it's a rug.
Rugged already.
Look at you all confident there's gonna be something.
Look at that. Rugged already. We can't even unrug ourselves. The marketplace doesn't work. But yes, this is my presentation so far. I'm learning. Are there any tools, guys, that we could just take a look at? Because I'm unfamiliar.
Parsec. You want me to stream it on stream Parsec?
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, walk us through.
All right, so this is just like any other Parsec setup. You could arrange it however you want. There's a lot of different ways to organize, but this is the long necks. Up here on the top left, you got your volume, highest floor. You can sort. Sorry, my kids are getting yelled at. Then the typical fire hose, which nothing has gone through in 2 hours because Alto's been down. But there's a lot of other tools you can use in here. Like, I haven't even thought about how to use it that well with Canto yet, because I'm still like just trying to explore the collections. But like I'm eyeing these schnoises because their volume is almost as high as the couple projects above them, but their price is significantly lower, and I kind of like how they look too. But if there's any sort of any element you guys want me to pull up, we can look at it in regards to Canto.
Yeah, can I see? How did you see marketplace volume?
Oh, I think I looked at that on Alto itself. So is this showing Alto or is this showing Parsec?
We're seeing Alto.
Okay, yeah, I was just gauging it based off of this volume. But
Okay.
that's only over the past week. What about all time? Yeah, so all time 2.8, 1, and then 930. So this is almost the same volume as Cantographs and just under a third of long necks, but the price is 7 times under long neck. So I'm targeting these schnoises right now as soon as this marketplace opens back up. I like the Cantillionaires too, though. So I'm kind of waffling between those two.
Okay.
Hey, Seth, here's a
Yeah.
Can I ask I want to ask you a quick question, Seth, while you have Parsec up, because I'm looking at this Shinosi Discord right now, and they're saying that someone is buying on Alto, but they're doing it through contract. So I don't know if you could pull up Canto Eyes.
Yeah.
Like, I guess there's sales.
That's what I was trying, because Canto Eyes was showing up on Parsec. No, not Canto Eyes. Just Amplice, and then these went through a lot longer than before the marketplace shut down. So I think you're right.
Yeah, I was going to say that might be some alpha. If someone's able to figure out how you can buy through contract, they're saying what they're doing is they're buying the listings that haven't been cached on the site. They're accessing through contract and sniping.
Yeah, that would be nice to know. All right, I'm going to have to stop this because kids just got home and they're having a hard time.
I'm going to blow everybody's mind, but it's noises with a shit in front, okay? Noises.
All right, I'm going to close my stream. I got to go help my wife.
All right. Do you think I am Pretty much done. I think, we covered what we wanted to cover. I think this was if anything, we are early on, we're just early in general in the NFT space. Now you're starting to see what I'm particularly excited about, especially more recently, like with this Canto stuff, is that NFTs, Web3, it's going to look like a multi-chain, right? All these different blockchains are hedging their bets, and all these different platforms are hedging their bets. They're integrating different chains, and they're all coming together. So it's cool to see opportunities in other chains, and that's why I'm particularly excited about Canto. But again, and not financial advice. I just wanted to walk through it as a fresh pair of eyes because I just got onto the scene, and I'm going to get incredibly dangerous. That's the point. I haven't been this excited about a chain or about opportunities in NFTs since really like the early days of Metaverse HQ, the 2021 days of Metaverse HQ, before whitelisting, before first come first serve was very much the meta. So this is where I intend to stay and focus. But I hope this presentation just gave you a sense of how I think, how I trade, where my conviction lies, and sort of showcasing a little bit of my experience. I'm really, as you can see, the things that I don't know, I lean on people here that are much smarter than me, that are much more experienced, and I simply just be a fly on the wall. It's the best thing that I do. My most recent cook is pretty indicative of doing just that. Talking it through with voice chat and seeing if something is worth minting. So at any rate, I plan to do this a lot. I'm going to be in Canto. So if anyone has any questions, don't ask me, ask Scott, ask Lampy, ask like the OGs that have been here. Ezrin, Cough Drop also has been cooking. Sorry if I missed your name. I'm just getting started here. And yeah, I'm excited. If this is like something that is also like just chilling, minting, and screen sharing, this is very much OG to the way voice chat used to be when JJ and a member mod named Connor, shout out to Connor if he's going to hear this, but they would always screen share and mint and talk over plays. And yeah, this was a lot of fun to do, and I hope our Canto kids cook. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for giving me your time, and really appreciate everyone here. We've got Waifu Bot later going to show us how to use their tool on ETH. I will be tuned in. I just spent a good chunk of change to subscribe. Again, big shout out to Seinfeld and the team for getting us discounts there. Let's make everyone here dangerous. Lean on each other if you'll continue to do so. And we're all going to make it. So I'll see you on the blockchain. Ciao, ciao.